Hi everybody! So this is a little introduction to a psychic mentoring session that I did with Marina. And the goals of this session for her, she felt it was time inside of her heart to overcome a fear, a psychic fear of connecting with Archangel Lucifer. So, in her heart, the days leading up to this session, she had felt a connection with Archangel Lucifer that surprised her, and it felt very loving. But she didn't know really what to make of it. But it was still lingering there when we visited and we talked about it, which that part of the video is not shared. We go straight into the session when you watch this. It's coming up in just like a minute. I just had to tell you a little bit before we get there. So as we were talking, we were talking about fears, and I've had a lot of people also telling me that it feels like it's time to face fears. It feels like it's time to expand and to grow beyond what is a pushback, to conquer it and now become bigger than it. So you will see it's a psychic mentoring session. I don't leave her hanging because this is a big one. It's hard to conquer fear, especially psychic fears. Archangel Lucifer is not the tyrant of the end of all times, is not the murderer of society. It's us. It's not Archangel Lucifer, it's us. A lot of people aren't ready to believe that, aren't ready to hear that. People believe that there is an archangel to blame, that it's Satan, that it is the demon, it is that out there. But that out there is as much a part of our heart as is the earth, as is heaven, as is Jesus, as is all of creation, as is the alien beings, as in other planets and other universes and other dimensions and times and places. And Archangel Lucifer is as worthy and deserving as love as anybody else. If you are more worthy and deserving of love than Archangel Lucifer, then you need to think about why he would not be worthy and deserving of love as much as you are. It's time for us to transition. It's time for us to grow. It's time for us to expand. It's time for us to move on from this. I'm so sick of this old historical news. One of the coolest things that come up in this session is we talk a lot about Archangel Lucifer, what Archangel Lucifer means to me, and even explore what is Archangel Lucifer and what is Jesus. So we know that souls have a light and a dark side. It is the nature of all creation. It is the fear and it is the love. It is the chaos and it is the love. It is the nature of all things, working in harmony and in balance. So Jesus too, Christ consciousness too, has a light and a dark side. So if Jesus is what is the light side of himself, is the Christ consciousness side of himself, what is the polar opposite of that? Would it not be Lucifer? So if in a way Jesus is also Archangel Lucifer, if it is the yin and the yang that is Jesus and Archangel Lucifer, now they are brothers. Now they are working together as one in order to manifest balance. And everything is always in balance, even if it doesn't look like it. It is in balance. One thing that I'm discovering is that Archangel Lucifer is a part of our greatest fear of the human race, a fear of the spirit realm, a fear of ourselves, a fear of each other. I really do believe Archangel Lucifer is a real consciousness. I've interacted with it. That real consciousness, I feel the story of that real consciousness took an ultimate sacrifice for that energy to become totally broken, totally twisted, totally destroyed, and to become a part of the collective consciousness as a gift. Because only through death can there be life renewed. And so the gift of Archangel Lucifer is for us to choose to rip each other apart, to hate each other, to be greedy, to be jealous, to work with evil energies, to go to war, to control. He is the devil in us all. The devil is in us all. Are you not somebody who has made a mistake? Because you have accidentally done something, or maybe you purposely did something and then later on you say, wow, I shouldn't have done that. Have you ever done something that could have been maybe an inspiration of your ego being a little bit selfish? That would be the devil in us all, right? At one time, we had to cleanse the demon. We had to burn the witch at the stake. Was that a satanic ritual or what? These good Christian folk pointing their finger at the problem and then destroying it, burning a living human being? They're the ones possessed by the demon. They're the ones that are afraid. So, Marina and I go through this journey together. This is a unique style of psychic mentoring session. Usually the journey is not, it's usually very positive about spirit guides and about discovering the self, healing the self. I teach you how to do a soul rebirth journey on yourself. The first session is usually learning the technique, which you will get it by the end of the session. And then if you want follow-up sessions, we just go deeper and deeper and deeper into expanding what you already know. Marina's had quite a few sessions with me, and I have psychic mentoring packages. So she is at a level now where she is psychically connected, but wanting to continue to work on her own vulnerabilities. And this was such a powerful session. We both agreed that it was worth sharing. So I'm going to stop. I wanted to do a little introduction, and I'm going to just allow this session to get started. So I want to thank you for your interest in exploring. Do not judge this video, do not judge this session until you've listened to the whole thing, okay? Actually take the time to really listen to the whole thing. We're real people here with real vulnerabilities and sharing them and exploring them together. And we're conquering our fear one little step at a time, and then we become empowered from that. Lucifer heals, and we all heal. Lucifer is the collective part of the collective consciousness that we are most afraid of. We are afraid of the devil within ourselves. The only way to heal that is with love, tenderness, forgiveness, release of shame, support of each other, no judgment. Now the devil has no power, because the devil now is the love within us all. And now Lucifer is the one resurrecting on Easter, because Lucifer and Jesus are also interconnected. Just like us, we are the ones also resurrecting on Easter. You see how this works? We're all in oneness. We are all together in this. So I hope you enjoy this psychic mentoring session. Visit me at my website if you're interested in connecting. It's abbynormalswisdomquest.com. And thank you again. I'm so excited right now. Did you want me to do anything to enter your spiritual atmosphere, to lighten anything up before we get started?
Yeah, you could do this.
Just to help you relax?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm freaking out.
I bet you are. I'm really proud of you. You're really conquering some extraordinary fears, and it's okay. All right, give me just a moment here, Marina. There's really positive energy that I feel. I'm connected with my spirit guides and my higher self, and there's a feminine energy that's smiling very kindly, very gently smiling. I see an echo, a mirror, where I see you burning as a witch in a black fire. I see a reason for your fears. I see a very painful reminder as a reason for your fears to follow your heart, to be yourself on the spiritual level. This mirror of you burning in a massive black fire, you're the only log on the fire, but it's you're burning in it. And it's quite like a devil's seance. I'm walking towards you. This is really creating like a massive bubble, a very vulnerable side to you, but I'm telling you, it's no different than a weed manipulating you. It's just fear, and we face fear, we see it for what it is, and we know what love is all about. There's Jesus energy that is entering in here. It's about unconditional love. And Jesus sees the weed as a beautiful gift of creation too. And we see all things as this. I am starting to experience Lucifer's energy here. He wonders what you think about him. And he's okay if you were to simply just say openly and honestly what you think about him. He is here to listen, and he is not here to terrorize. He shows me that he is at a safe distance, as to not make you feel too scared. Much like kind of like a trying to tame a squirrel. Here's some food in my hand. Come over here. He's not going to come close. He says he will be just right here. He's very understanding and very patient, but he really, really cares about you a lot. I feel that coming from his heart. And he feels how your heart is vulnerable about love, and he would love to give you just a hug. He said, if I gave you a hug, would it be evil if I gave you a hug? Or could I give you a hug as a friend? Would it feel like I am your friend, or would you never know whether you could trust me or not? It is simply just a hug. That's what he says. Everything is relaxing as you think about this. The image of the fire is starting to die down. I still see that this is a deep spot in your spiritual atmosphere, but it's time now for you to just relax and to know that you are safe, that you are loved. Your higher self is here. She is very proud of you. She shows me your big, beautiful heart. So I'm going to relax now, Marina. I'll still be here in your spiritual atmosphere, just sending you love energy as you explore this, okay? So you feel even more safe. So when you're ready, just take your time, and you could start by saying, I've been having this echo of Lucifer's name coming to me, and I feel my heart warming, but I'm really confused by this. And Lucifer, would you help me to understand? And then see what the message is that comes.
This sounds this sounds great.
Yeah.
As you said, all this, I was very vulnerable. And I was wondering if something like this happened to me, like this switch, and so now I know. Yes, and
sorry to interrupt, but they're telling me they asked me if it was the people that burned you, the devil was in the people manipulating them to burn you, or was the devil in you, or was the devil the fire, or was it simply misunderstanding and fear all along?
what I resonate with is misunderstanding and fear. Like the people were just simply afraid of things they just didn't know about, like having abilities, seeing things, I guess.
Yeah.
They were simply afraid. I mean, I don't know what time this was, but those people didn't had a lot of possibilities to gain more knowledge like we do, at least in this time. And I guess they've been very influenced with the stuff they say in the church and all of this. Yeah, I guess they've been just afraid. So I'm actually quite sorry for them that they are so afraid that they actually burn somebody because of this fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, I don't really. I'm not angry with them. I actually understand because like those intrusive thoughts and that brought me to a place with a lot of fear. And so I know what it feels like to be like eaten alive by your fear. And I at some stage I do understand that fear can make you do things.
Yeah.
And this is actually the reason why I try to overcome my fears. Because I want to feel free. I don't want to judge.
Yeah.
And I just want to be at peace with everything. I want to be in balance. Not, I want to be myself and not being influenced by fear and this making me do things or making me think things because I'm afraid. I don't want that anymore. So I feel like this is a huge step for me opening up, and also seeing me confronting my fears. I do feel very vulnerable on the inside, but I also feel like I've gained a lot of strength in the last year, especially with you, Abby.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to mention is I keep getting this echo that there is a gift a gift of your fear, of your vulnerability, and Lucifer really encourages you to say, Lucifer, I'm ready to let go of my fear. It's not my fear, it's their fear. And I'm ready to let go of their fear, which feels like my fear. And I welcome you to help me release this into the light. That is like his heart really wants to do this for you when you're ready.
Okay, so be it.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
He's showing me what is like a really gentle, loving flame, like a healing flame. That's a silvery white color. And it's sort of a similar image, but it's a very loving image. This one, the flame isn't like burning with rage. It's just gentle. It's touching all of the fibers of each flame, is sort of like gently touching all of you from the inside out. And it's about the mental body, all of your energy portals. I see it go all the way up to the head, even though the flame doesn't go that high. It sort of goes up to the chest region, but it touches all parts of you. I see your heart is unlocking itself and exploring the mysteries. But when the heart has been closed for a long time, he says the heart opens, and now we see there's sort of like a little dust of energy that is it's sort of like got he says there's just old energy that is ready to come out. Like, he's sort of like, it's like morning breath. You keep your mouth closed at night, you breathe through your nose, and now your breath stinks. He's like, you keep your heart closed for a while, and it gets a little stinky when you open it up. He says it just comes out like a fog. So we just allow the heart to open and release the old yucky stuff. He says, I'm doing that too. And I do that when people see me as beautiful and not see me as a wicked witch that they need to burn and destroy and rip apart, as has been done to you in other lifetimes too. He says, I'm here to help you as you are here to help me, and we are here to help each other let go of the fear and to be resurrected and to heal in our hearts and not be afraid anymore. It's other people's fears that make us afraid. It's their fears that made you afraid, and then you were burned for it, and it left a lasting imprint of terror. Well, it's not going to be there anymore. You're not branded. You're not a stigmatism. And you're beautiful. You're resurrected, just like I am. So what he's saying, and he's so happy and so honored to be here to help you heal your fears. And I just feel it's like really loosening things up, like your muscles are relaxing. The tension is not there. It feels like you understand. It feels like it's okay. He shows me that he's not here alone. He shows me there are many, many beautiful spirits of love that are a part of this flame that is all here to help you feel better and to touch you deeply and to warm you in your heart and to help you feel reborn, just like Jesus. He says we're all interconnected. We are all a part of each other. And all of our stories create one massive volume that is well worth reading. He says, but the volume is not good if we are not different. If we are all the same, then there wouldn't be anything to write. He says that you are a very beautiful and unique part of this story, and I'm so proud of you. So what he says, he shows me that simply by saying, okay, I will face my fear, I will talk to you, Lucifer, already your soul is just grown, expanded massively, and it's going to give you a lot of empowerment to be able to face fears that would have been louder without this experience, but now you have gained confidence and empowerment and love, and it's going to make you feel more like the superhero self that you truly are, more like the Wonder Woman self that you truly are. That's what they say. So I'll just let you relax and whatever you feel inspired next.
Thank you so much. I had a response in my heart, actually, of what I could actually do to help. That's what popped into my heart and my mind right now. If there's anything I could do to help. I feel like my soul craves for healing the fears. Like it wants to be finally done with it. Like really reaching the state of being in balance with everything and not judging because of fear.
Yeah.
Because everything has a purpose. And I know I just have just like a little lens I'm looking through my life and my experience, and I won't be able to see the whole picture, so it's not on me to judge anything at all. This is how I feel, and I just want to be allowing, and I actually want to help people do the same. I feel like when we judge, the finger gets pointed to us, back to us. Judgment is I don't really see anything at all. What I feel is I'm shaking. I'm very cold. My heart feels like I've drank some alcohol.
I see.
When you drink alcohol, you feel like some kind of burning.
I get it. Yeah.
I feel like I want to thank you all so much. I've noticed your presence before in a way. It's not the first time I thought of you. And I feel a deep connection to you, and I have so much respect for you. It must be when you have such experiences, such dark experiences, it must be so hard to get back from it and forgive yourself in a way.
Yeah.
It must be incredible tough. So you really have my respect. I feel like my human mind is not even close to realize what it all means. In a way, I just want to rely on my heart. And my heart feels very like warmth. I do understand that we need this duality here on planet Earth. I don't know if this duality exists in the whole universe. I don't know. But I do understand that we need both sides in order to grow, to be able to have this growth, this evolution. But I actually do wonder what it would feel like if we would have just the easy light shining side.
Yeah.
Way. Because it is tough here. So I'm not the only one that is struggling with this. And I wonder how I could help people to face their fears, to build them up, to get them to be brave enough to face them, and to help them through this. Because what I feel is like everybody has a little bit, like has his own portion of fear to carry and to transform during their lives. That's what I believe. I don't know if that's the truth. Yeah, but how can I actually help?
I would love for you to find out what Lucifer's answer is to this, and actually open your heart as though it is a ear, and tell me what it is that he says in response. Or tell me what he looks like to you would be a great way to start too. To acknowledge that he is here and that he is not harming you, but he is a warm and loving friend.
I can feel like my heart is still has a bit of a hard time to really open up.
I see.
in a way. It is even hard for me to address him directly. Like I haven't said his name once during the session, actually. So yeah, I feel like I'm still. I feel my big fear package on my back.
Yeah, I see. And that's okay. It's baby steps and what you're ready for.
Yeah. But I get a feeling like this is not the last time. And he does feel like a friend to me. Like I said, there's some kind of a connection and a deep respect and honor. So I'd really like to describe how he looks to me.
Okay.
Oh, I feel so cold.
You should welcome your higher self to hold your hand and to get a blanket for you and put you by a nice warm fire to comfort you.
What a great idea.
Not alone. You're surrounded by love.
I feel like I can let go a bit.
Yeah.
And relax now. So I'd love to open up my heart. For you, Lucifer. And I'd really love to describe your presence, like how you look to me. I see like a cross, something that's crossed. It's like, are you really sure you want to go there? This is how it feels to me. I'm saying I'm safe. And
that's right. Because that's ego and intrusive thought. That's not the truth, because this is an experience of love, not an experience of fear. Fear is what was.
And now I welcome love. It's time for deep, unconditional love. And I'm ready to share it.
Yeah.
I actually want to share a gift of unconditional love with Lucifer. I don't know how. I feel a sadness inside of me. So I'm pushing away this cross and move forward. It's still black. I'm getting a kind of an image from a person with longer hair, but it's like flickering. And it's not in front of me. It's more like on my left side, and more like in the distance, not really close to me.
Yeah.
I say it's okay. I don't want to be afraid of you. I know you're not here to harm me. And I'd like to give you a gift of unconditional love. I want to thank you deeply for being here with me and sharing your thoughts. This means a lot to me. That you help me. And I don't want to see.
Sorry. That's like very emotional for me. It's very beautiful.
What I do understand now at this point in my life is that we all have both sides in us. And I accept this. We need this here in order to evolve and grow. And I don't want to push it away anymore. And I actually want to gain a greater understanding, see a bigger picture why this all is the way it is. And as it sounds like you, Lucifer, did a great sacrifice by experiencing all of this. And I really choose to see your other side as well. Like I know there's not just one side. There are two sides, and you are unconditional love as well. And I'd rather see this side. Not because I want to push away the other side, but I feel like this is what you are in the core. I somehow believe that we all are unconditional love at the core. And I don't know, maybe we all go through those lifetimes in order to come back home to our creator. I don't know. But it's a nice way to think about it, or a nice way to see it. Oh, I'm still very cold. Wow.
That's fear.
Yes, I guess, but at the same time, it feels very like it's a huge relief to just talk to Lucifer.
Yeah.
To be able to make this connection and to speak from my heart and from my chest. It is, and this is a great gift on its own, in a way.
Yeah.
This is a very beautiful gift for me, for my soul, and even for my human side that can't really comprehend this at this stage.
Right.
And it's still kind of freaking out in my back of my mind. But it's okay.
you're going to be feeling awesomer and awesomer and probably a little odds, but as the days pass, you will notice changes in you for having faced this fear.
Yeah, I feel a lot of vulnerability in my stomach.
Yeah.
But I know things like this have to come to the surface in order to let it go.
Right.
And I really feel like it's time. It's time for me to let go of this fear and vulnerability and to see greater picture, get a greater perspective on all of this, and to in order to get back in balance and to be able to understand and release.
Yes.
I mean, as a human, you have just so, you know, your human mind is not even close to comprehend. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, there's only little things your human mind can comprehend. I know this, and we all have this one lens we look through our life, and it is very important for me to get the truth, to see behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
This seems to be very important for my heart and for my soul, to not to believe just what sits on the surface, but to look behind those illusions.
Yeah.
And to understand this is really what I'm seeking for. I'm done with illusions. I'm seeking for the truth. I can't really see anything, but I still feel like the alcohol now is in my stomach.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Interesting.
It moved down to the stomach, yeah. Like maybe in a way I'm trying to digest something.
Yes, I think so. So two interesting things that came to mind is we're talking about twin flames and how when you heal yourself, you feel that you also heal your twin flame. But somehow when you heal yourself or when you face your fear of Lucifer, when you say these loving words about unconditional love, you also heal him too, which is also in turn healing you back. So the more that you face fear, the more you heal yourself, you heal so many more people, even me, Abby. You heal me too. That's why I was it was warming my heart. Like a part of me is also a part of Lucifer, and it was healing my soul as well. And another thought is one thing Joseph used to tell me is I would tell him, I would find myself sometimes gravitating more towards the dark side. But he says you don't have to always go towards the dark side of things. You can go to the light side of things. And he encouraged me, even with Lucifer, to try to access the highest vibration, the most purest essence of Lucifer's loving sides, and not to go deep down into the dark of Lucifer, but to go really, really up high into the love and the light of Lucifer. You can go there too. And if you feel up for it, if you feel like you want to, I would love for you to alter your vibration, to not feel so deep, so intense, but to lighten things up, to feel like you are going to go higher, to let go of the weight, to go into a heavenly space, to see the purest, most beautiful, most light-filled reflection of Lucifer. And it's interesting because they say this would also be like visiting Jesus. This would be also like visiting Jesus. So Jesus, you could say, has a light and dark side as well. And wouldn't that be something if the world discovered that Jesus's dark side was Lucifer all along? They give us a whole new perspective on Jesus. But they aren't saying anything about that other than it's for contemplation. But in the end, you get to decide where you want this journey to take you.
This is beautiful. I was thinking about Jesus as well, and thinking about if he had a dark side as well. I I thought of this about this. I was wondering about this, and as I said, all those things, I saw what looked like a candle to me, and I'm lighting it. I'm lighting it up.
Yeah.
I light it up, the fire, and it is almost like there are petals, flower petals, lying around this candle.
Yeah.
Like a skin in a way. When it closes up, it looks like dark on the outside, and when it's open up, it's white.
Wow, interesting.
How cool is this?
Yeah.
And it feels like a great reflection of my own, in a way, of all of us.
Yeah.
Aren't we all the same in a way? I'd really choose to see that we are not separate from each other, but we are one. I do believe this now.
Yeah.
We are all like a huge family and a part of each other.
Yeah.
So today, actually, I've met another family member then.
Yeah, you have. That's cool.
So let's see if there's something else I see. I want it to be like an everlasting candle, like a candle that always has a fire, a flame. I feel like that's an awesome reflection of myself. Like inside of me, there's this beautiful candle, and there's a fire. There's always been a fire, and fear puts this skin, those black petals around this candle in a way.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful way of seeing it. And when you face your fears, you start to shed the skin. I don't know if this is the right translation. You get to see the candle.
Yes.
I was always wondering why I had to go so deep into a state of fear.
Yeah.
And I deep down in my heart, I knew it had a purpose, a huge one. Like if I'm able to access such a deep fear, I'm probably always also able to get to the other side and access a deeper level of love.
Yeah.
So I do wonder if the level of darkness you go in is equal the level of love you go in.
Yeah.
Like the universe is balanced, isn't it?
Right. Exactly. So that the only way to maintain balance is to have as much love as you have as much chaos, to maintain that and to continue to deepen it. So you can have even more powerfully loving experiences, but more exploration of deeper chaos too. Because the deepest souls have been through quite a lot of experiences, not just the chaos being dealt to them, but they being an echo of chaos to others too, learning about love in different ways, even twisted ways, and then finding their way back to what is unconditional love, and finding that to be nurturing. there's so many different ways that you can experience energy that is joy, happiness, fear, sadness, sorrow, letting go, intrusive thoughts, all that is like infinite ways that we can experience life, and it's all in the balance. That's the craziest part about it.
And to be allowing in an allowing state is maybe what makes a master. I don't know.
Yeah. Acceptance, even master teachers. I mean, Jesus did not have an easy time. Like, you could say Jesus was a master teacher. He overcame, and inspired people to choose a pathway of love, or love others like you would like to be loved. But in the end, he had to go through the journey of suffering. That is not easy, even for a master. No, it is not easy for any soul to endure that. And so, it just because you're deep or developed does not make it easier. It's still challenging. And that's how souls continue to learn and grow. Even the master teachers continue to learn and grow.
It is so incredible when you try to think about what is it all around here? What is the universe? And it always blows my mind. Like,
I know what you mean. And because if you just look at planet Earth, the different ways people live their life, it's hard for me to accept the diseases across the planet and the suffering that children endure in certain countries where they're starving or they can't get fresh water. Just rip family apart, and that is somehow in the balance. That's one of the hardest things for me to be at peace with, because we still can create change. But when there's war and disease and starvation, it's also a reflection of the collective consciousness. Parts of the collective consciousness are also emotionally starved, starved in other ways that create physical imbalances all across the globe. So everything that is our world is also what is inside of us. All of us, though. It's all of us working together that creates everything that is manifested across the globe. But I do feel like we're starting to heal inside, just like you and me. And so many other people. And the more we heal, the more we face our fears, the more that we continue to grow and choose to be ourselves for the world to just let them see, and not be afraid of their opinion or their ridicule or their finger pointing or their need to persecute or judge. The more we continue to heal everything, even starving kids, even diseases. The more we heal inside, the more we heal on the outside. Because we have got to help other people feel vulnerable enough to face their own fears, so they're not trying to burn or persecute other people who are different, but actually say, I love you for being different. Teach me more about yourself. Instead of being afraid of Lucifer, to say, you know what, Lucifer, you're a part of me like everybody else, and I'm going to choose to love you in the way that I want to love myself, and I'm not going to be afraid of you the way I will not be afraid of the parts of myself, and I'm going to continue to work on these vulnerabilities so I can expand with love. So I can attain Christ consciousness, because that's the ultimate goal, is for the collective consciousness to all choose Christ consciousness. And it's kind of interesting too, because there's a thing called Buddha, but then there's also Bodhisattva. And so Bodhisattva, if I remember correctly, these extraordinary people that attain this state, which they call Bodhisattva, they won't go to Nirvana, which is the Buddha state, because they're waiting for all the souls across the globe to become Bodhisattvas, and we all go to Nirvana together. Wow. We all become Buddha together. Isn't that cool?
It is awesome. It is.
And I believe that. I believe that that is happening right now.
Wow.
And that is what you are doing right now. You are becoming a Bodhisattva. It's hard, but it is. I guarantee you, they do this exact same training. to overcome fear, to overcome these things in order to continue to raise their vibration and become more expanded.
Mm.
And they do it in a safe surrounding with lots of other like-minded souls.
Mm. Beautiful.
Jinx.
Yeah, well, a lot to contemplate. This was interesting.
It was.
Very deep session. And I guess we are over the time again, I guess.
Yes, I know. Yeah, we are. But it was perfect. I think we're perfect timing on this.
Mm.
You're going to probably be thinking a lot, but I think you're going to be feeling proud of yourself. And that is going to allow more of that light in and help you loosen up, relax. And you know what? Intrusive thoughts. I just talked to Lucifer. So anything you do is just like kind of ridiculous. Look what I just did.
Yeah, I still need to process this. And I think I have to rewatch this.
Yeah. Like, believe it or not, this is one of the coolest sessions we've ever had. And I think it would be neat just if you would be open-minded to me sharing this on YouTube.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah, you do?
I do, because
Okay.
I had just the same idea.
I think it's cool because you were saying, wouldn't that be neat if we somehow included, made a video, like if I made a video for YouTube about Lucifer and Jesus, and what did we just accomplish here? Deep conversations, deep explorations, you facing your fear, learning a lot about, energy, the balance, the human race. Like it's such an awesome message. And you are the giver. Like you did it.
Wow, yeah, I love this. And I don't want to think about it too much because it freaks me out.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like this is how we heal people.
It is.
By sharing our vulnerability. Okay, I'm done for today. Our vulnerability. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be brave here, and I know this is not just for me.
You're gonna have a lot of applause. Like like a lot of people are going to love you and appreciate you for what you accomplished. And there's gonna be people who are gonna think that it's, this burn the witch at the stake stuff. But you know what? They're not ready for it yet. But there's a lot of people who are. And it's love. It's about facing your fear and conquering love on a whole nother level, which is ascending us to Christ consciousness, to nirvana, and it's for the greater good of the collective consciousness. It's healing all of us.
Wow.
All right, Marina, we better say goodbye, but you've got the recording, so if you want to send it to me through like WeTransfer, then I will upload it to my YouTube channel.
Okie dokie.
Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it.
Yeah, just don't think about it. Yep. Okay.
You're awesome.
Okay. So are you, Abby.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love you so much.
Thank you, Marina. Me too. And I like what you share with my world, what you do for me, like it expands my mind and my heart, and I feel so connected to your soul, and I'm so thankful for you in my life. You mean a lot to me.
Thank you. Oh, don't make me cry.
It's been a really intense session, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But okay, we better say goodbye, and I'm going to send you the video. Can I use the free?
Yeah, it'll work. The free one will actually. I think it's two. This will be actually the right size file, so the free one will totally get this file to me.
Okay. I don't have. I don't, not to think too much about it. I'm going to do it after I returned.
It's okay because I'm going to be on a trip. So just send it to me. And
Okay.
then next week is when I would share it, which is actually right in time for Easter.
Okay.
All right, Marina, you're awesome. I love you. Have a great day, and we'll just be in touch soon.
Okay, then. You too. Bye bye.
All right. Bye, Marina.